That's right. We're back. You know what's crazy, guys? Before I even introduce myself, like usual, we're close to 3K. So I really appreciate the people who have been subscribing lately, and really the people who have been leaving comments on my recent videos. Before I get into that, before we even try to get into that, you guys already know what kind of video this is. We all in a way already know what kind of video this is. What's going on? Is your boy? The music hasn't came in yet. You already know. How many videos have I made so far? I've made so many videos beyond this point, you know, or before this point. All time. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are great. I know I am because I'm excited to read today, right? And I hope you guys are excited too. For the people in the premiere, to people in the comments who, you know, who leave their thoughts, to people who just watch after, like way after. I appreciate you. For the people who are just new to my channel, turn on the post notifications so you guys never miss videos by your boy. I'm not as active as I used to be, not just in terms of videos, but also my community posts. But I've always prefaced this a lot, guys, and I'm gonna say it again. I've always been like that type of content creator where it's like I always encourage you, go watch other people. You know what I'm saying? Watch my videos, of course. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts, recommendations too. But I'm just a normal guy, man. I'm a regular guy that just posts his thoughts about anime and manga, but also I like to have engaging conversations with all of you guys. So it's not just what it is. It's not just what it looks like. It's more than what it is. So, like what I said, you guys already know. For the people who are already have been well accustomed to my channel, to the people new, I appreciate you. I think by the time as I'm recording this video, we are 10 subscribers away. Let's hit 3K, right? And again, leave comments, even if it's bad comments. I don't really care. Like hateful comments, whatever. I never want to have to. I don't think I ever will turn off the comments. You know, it's a good way for me to interact with you guys. Also, a lot of the times I may miss premieres, but I try to make it to a lot of them just because I love to see your guys' like thoughts on the video and everything. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say in terms of my introduction. How have you guys been? Tell me right now. I'll wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. And while you guys mingle about that, I'm also gonna say one thing for the people in the premiere. Probably. I'm assuming people will be in here. Maybe. Uh, um. Well, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I remember I got a comment of somebody saying, like, with your videos, are they scripted? And it's like, no. Everything that I read is authentic. Like, you go check out any of my other mangas, I read live. You know, like my reactions, they are all live. None of it is like scripted at all. Like the music and stuff like that is I add later. But other than that, it's all live. So I don't know. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 comments I got on that. And you guys done talking about your guys' day? Cool, mingling. All right. So what happened last video, right? What happened? Right? What happened? So, and you know, one of the reasons why I'm recording the video now, because for you guys it might be way like later, but for me it's rarely recent within the month, is just because I heard that the game ended. So I want to reach the conclusion, hopefully in this video. I don't know how many chapters we have left, but I want to catch up. And I've been hearing some things like after this game, we might get a switch off to side B. So I'm really excited about that. Again, to all of my Blue Lock fans, more specifically my manga fans, check out my other series. You know, check out more than just this. You know, I post JoJo, I do Goodnight Poon Poon, I do Chainsaw Man, I do Chojin X, I do a lot of other stuff. Some things I'm going to be workshopping and doing more of, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, that's about it. I love you guys. I'm really excited to get into this. I know my last video, I talked a lot. And in this video, if we do reach the game's conclusion in this video, hopefully we can beat the record with last video in terms of lengthy talks. You know, I definitely have a lot to say. And I feel like one thing that I definitely want to get off my chest is maybe some criticisms that I have, because you know a lot of people will watch my videos and I got a comment or two of people saying like all you do is support, like, whatever. What are things you don't like? What are things that you know feel like Kaneshiro can improve on the story or whatever? So I got a lot to say. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like I like all the characters, I like the story, but there's some things, right? We're gonna have to talk about when we talk about. But yeah, last video was like crazy, man. Number 2, that was so good. It was actually one of my most proudest blog videos. So definitely check it out if you haven't watched this. It's enough. I've been talking for like 5 minutes now. Hey, who's gonna win? Right? I feel like I already know, but you know, hey, we don't know until we know. I'll see you guys in Blue Lock, the U20, the France versus Japan. I'll see you guys in this video.
I promise you all, I will lead Japan at the World Cup and bring it back. All of us, we want to win here and now. Not think about what's next. Nothing matters except being the best in the world.
I hold his heart to the ground. It's late for apologies. It's going
down. Chapter 340, No Guard, Part 1. Go. The non-stop intensity of Japan versus France charges into the second half. Second half, kickoff. Apology, due to Yusuke Nomura Sensei's sudden ill health, this week's chapter of Blue Lock includes the first 10 pages of chapter 340. The rest of the chapter is due to be released on 3/25. We apologize for the inconvenience and hope you will continue to enjoy reading Blue Lock. So I just had to read that real quick. I figured with a lot of the author's notes, it's always respectful at least to indulge and read it, but also too, I remember hearing that Blue Lock was going through a lot of breaks when I was off doing some other stuff on the side. So that's why I kind of wanted to let it fester for a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to give my opinions after this chapter. It might be a continuation, and then afterwards when we go into part 2, then I'll give my thoughts on the actual overall chapter, because it was meant to be a full chapter, right? But honestly, again, guys, one of the biggest things that I wanted to preface and talk about was the systematic change of Blue Lock's strategy, right, of trying to play for your own goals and be egotistical, well, in the sense of how some of the people are pushing it, but then also two, it's to, I mean, within that one, actually, that I want to continue is like preserving who you are, trying to find out who you are within that egotistical kind of mindset. The identity that you formed over the past, like, I don't know, however so many chapters we've read at this point, 300, versus 2, the number 2, the utter suitable destiny type of theory, where it's like, you know, you play for what you are destined to do. You play for the formation, or you play for the lifestyle that you were born to do or born to be, not trying to strive any higher than where you are in terms of things that don't utterly suit you guys. You guys understand what I'm saying? So definitely in the last video, I had a lot to say, and I feel like hopefully in this one, I'll have a lot more to say. But honestly, who knows? I mean, with Triple Joker now, I don't really know how like, maybe some illogical plays can sort of stir up France's team here, but you know, we'll see. This half, we're striking back. Interesting. They changed their entire strategy. Yeah, complete change from before. It's a triangle passing pattern with Tabito Karasu as the crux. He and Yohiori are using a double game maker system. Karasu bringing the ball up, and I'm charging in pace. As we're attacking up front with our combined ideas, that leaves Hisagi-kun free behind us. And I skip Karasu. I expected as much. Oh my gosh, man. I mean, again, you know, he's acting as like the central core now, so the core is changing. It's no longer Isagi at this point. So, you know, oh man, that leaves, I mean, Loki's here, right? You know, he said, hey, you know, am I just born fast or not, right? And Isagi's been anticipating him. So with that, oh my gosh, no way. How about this? Reen, here comes a surprise combo. Egoist 1-2 pass. Too slow. They're still in range. Now, for one more surprise connection. Come on, Hungry Lion. Time to get nasty. Oh my gosh, I know I said I want to give my thoughts, but Baro came out of nowhere. Yo, hold on. Shido, first off, Shido's sneaking up, guys. I'm already getting, guys, stop, guys. Wait, why am I saying stop to you guys? I'm saying stop to the series. I'm getting amped up right now. I changed into the all white too. You know what I mean? I always wear black. But Baro comes out of nowhere, devours, Isagi's path through the darkness. You know what I mean? So we get to see what he's learned, hopefully with Shido as well. But Tabito Karasu is acting as the core. So just when you think that, Karasu is just working with Hiyori, it's like no, he's falling back, but then also playing offense. He's playing like an attacking center mid. Like that's like the best way I can describe it. As good as Hugo, no, but he in a way is he's filling that role that Isagi should be destined to suit or play. I know I said I'm gonna get my thoughts. All right, we'll continue. Sorry, guys. Chapter 340, No Guard Part 2. Isagi made a royal dribbling path for me, and I'll devour it in one shot. Uh-oh. What? Trying to throw us off on Tabito Kurasu's centered frontal offense, and Yuichi Isagi as the hand-selected collaborators coming up from behind. Talk about attack power. We'll give it a try, too. It's a forward pass counter, damn. Keep an eye on Loki and Charles. Oh my gosh, to see Hugo's eye spinning. Dude, he shut down Baro. He shut him. That's why, guys, what did I say before we even got here? He's like, Karasu's trying to be like me, kind of. But he's not me. Look at his eye. Oh my gosh. Dun, 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 dun. They're working up the side. You think Loki's our only striker? Shit. They saw that we clustered our defense in the center of Loki and Charles, so he's raising up the side. Beat down time. We're short on players. No way, they instantly devised a counter strategy for our new attack and switched to a laser-focused attack pattern. If Blue Lock wants hyper offense, it seems like they're going for hyper offense too. What is that widespread? Guys, I see like this crazy widespread. Oh my gosh. Dude, but again, I like the clash of Ego and Hugo here, right? Oh my gosh, because it's like, I mean, aside from them building it up pre-match, in the middle of the match, and now towards the end, that those two panels of them looking in opposite directions but talking at the same time, that's important. It kind of reminds us as the reader that Hugo, along with his team, his existence, his mere existence, is again a direct counter to Ego's philosophy. If we still haven't got it to this point, if you guys still haven't understood where I'm at right now you guys know, right? Oh my, dude, what is this? Looks like they want a no-guard all-out brawl. Incredible. So this is France, the world's #1. Impale them. And I feel like, guys, that's so important is the mere fact, or we're getting another widespread. It's the mere fact that it's the lion and the crow. It's people individually working as a team, still still confident and happy within their own ideals, like their own identity, versus a cog in the machine. Many cogs that create a living, breathing organism. You know what I mean? It's like the thing with Blue Lock is like, imagine a bunch of strong organisms banding up together versus one big strong organism. You know, the thing is, I forgot about Leiden. We forget about these side characters that isn't really they're not really shown too much, but it's the fact that they're so individually strong and reliant on Hugo and Loki and Charles. They know their place. You know what I mean? Their utter suitable destiny. And I think what's interesting about the coach here is that the coach is, again, completely counterintuitive to, or not counterintuitive, but he's the complete opposite. He's a parallel to Ego. Again, really Isagi, actually, which I find interesting. Hugo is a counter to Ego, and Isagi is a counter to the coach. You know, so that is insane. But it's like, that widespread was absolutely amazing. We got to look back at this real quick. Usually I don't do this in the middle of the video, but look at this widespread, guys. Look at this. You see the crow in the corner? I think you guys can see my mouse. It's like red. You guys can see the crow, and you guys see like Baro's lion, but then you see this giant organism-like thing, and it's like, it's not just Leiden. It's all of them, right? That is horrifying. You know what I mean? Impale them. It's just, wow, man. A shot like pass? No, it's perfectly aimed to go in unless I touch. I need to go for it. They got me. Wait, Gakamaru, what do you mean they got you? What do you mean? You're Japanese guardian deity! No! Oh my gosh! If you want an all-out brawl, then count me in. Hold up, Kunigami! Come on! What do you mean? What do you mean? And then we get a little backstory of him. That makes so much sense. Like, guys, wait a minute. That makes so much sense. Hold on. It makes sense, guys, in the way where, you know, when we have these characters being introduced for their game-changing moments, we get a little bit of a snippet, a backstory into their training, or at least kind of like what brought them up to this point. And I forgot that Kunigami's training was all-out confrontation, to be a warrior, you know what I mean? It's like, it's interesting because in the beginning, it's like he wanted to be a hero. And then throughout the new Eagles League, he wanted to be a revenger. He wanted to, you know, be the egoist destroyer. You know what I mean? You know, not necessarily destroying Blue Lock, but it's like, you know, not giving a damn about egoists anymore. Egoism, essentially. And it's like now, Kunigami, you know, being a more improved version of two of those sides of his past, it's like now he's a warrior. Right, a warrior that could have a code, could not be, could be egotistical, could not be, could seek revenge, could not be, you know, could not do. It's like a warrior is very translucent. It's very, it's open, right? You know, and really, I remember the letter. The answer lies in battle, becoming an ultimate physical combat warrior. I was thinking about in my mind, where is he? Where's Kunigami? And to see like him here, I'm happy about it, man. Dude, when he shot, it was a perfect pass. Leiden wasn't going for a shot. He was going for a pass. He's like, I'm not the only strike, you know, there's more strikers that around than just them. And then the way they introduced them, I thought he was really going to take that shot. And then when I saw Loki jump, I was like, no, stop this freaking nature now. Stop him now. Why is he this far? And then Gagamaru was like, it's over. Like, it's over, you know, and he was already moving in that motion, and the Kunigami stopped. Dude, Kunigami coming out of nowhere for these like hyena type of steals, passes, saves. I love it. I really, really love it. You know what I mean? And it really reminds me of the first selection. Like, it really, really does, man. But that widespread, that was insane, man. Oh my gosh! And then we get Kunigami again. Look, I missed my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he was in the Neo Eagles League, it kind of sucked, man. I wasn't too big on Kunigami when he first came out. You know, when Blog first came out, when I was first watching it and reading it too. But over the series, I started to like him a lot up until he got locked off. And I was like, damn, he's not coming back. Comes back, you know, runs the Neo Eagles League with the with Bastard Muhin. And it's like now... So I hope to see more of him, really. Chapter 341, Choice for the Future. Rensuke Kunigami, the answer lies in battle. Become the ultimate physical combat warrior. The special training I gave him. Focus on honing the sense of spacing needing for combat sports, as well as building the sort of physique that will keep him on his feet in physical collisions. Those are useful assets for a striker, of course. They'll be weapons, and they will make him excel in any position. So that's why you shaped him in Kunigami as a defensive midfielder this half? Right. By using him at the same time as Shido Ryusei and Bado Shohei, we've made it easy to counterattack since we have so many players on the offense. That's why this match, Rensuke Kunigami will use his body as a shield to interrupt France's counters. It's really cool seeing the panel because it reminds me of like when they were doing that. I think him working in tandem is very, very cool. Baro, Shido, and Rensuke Kunigami are like the type of trio formation that, like, with next game going into England, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing. Like, really, I wouldn't be opposed to. He's our defensive tank. Oh, Kunogami. Nice save, Burlygami. I'll keep it going. The tables have turned, folks. Blue Lock Japan is making its counterattack. Yugo-san's plan is working. Karasu is still the center of our attacks. That'll let me focus on moving behind the main formation and striking the enemy's weak spots. This is a two-sided strategy Yugo-san devised to let us strike back in the second half. Run! Leave it to me. We're keeping up with France better than in the first half, and it's wearing on our opponents. Oh, this back and forth is rough. Stick to him, but one thing is still nagging at me. Hello, you won't get away. You got good eyes, butterfly lashes.
おい、11番。ゴール前でビビるやつにストライカーの資格はねえぞ。才能ねえよ。
I still can't visualize how to be Hugo. If I became the team's second best and totally focus on passing, it would get easier to attack. But just be doing what Hugo described and trying to be suitable for the sake of victory. And that's not the whole role Ego-san wants for me. If I'm gonna live as the world's best striker, I gotta find a new theory to beat Hugo with my own goals. You're not yourself, loser. I can't smell a goal from you. According to Ego's orders, the plan was for me to exploit your moves to score goals, but you're useless. In this match, you're not the king. Dude, weak eyes. This reminds me of the panel. If I can find it, I'll find it. But it's the panel of Baro when he was talking to Nagi when Nagi was fading. Is Isagi fading? Yes, he is. Which I, as the biggest fan of Isagi, I'm not opposed to. You know, and Baro's always been a facilitator for the egotistical mindset, you know, and in a way the philosophy, you know, but mainly it's the mindset, right? Like, in my opinion, Baro has always embodied the mindset. And for him to say this, I like it. He's always the bar, right? He's always the reminder when characters are failing and or succeeding, he's the bar, right? He's the bar that's like, I'm here, you're doing good, you're doing wrong, let me show you how it's done, right? And man, Baro, can he instinctively sense how weak my vision of the future is? Time to find a new prey, because I'm on my own. To find someone worth devouring. Isagi and I are alike. We have the same soccer IQ, and we came to Blue Lock with the same worries. Like him, I wanted to be a striker, but there was an uncomfortable gap between my dream and the roles I got stuck filling. My desires don't match my capabilities. I know that too well. I'm best at manipulating the ball in the midfield and setting up balanced attacks. I'm suited to being a midfielder. Even so, I couldn't give up on my dream of being a striker, which is why I fought so hard to stay in Blue Lock. But bit by bit, the gap between me and Isagi has grown, and before I knew it, Isagi was the striker in the spotlight. It pisses me off, but I got stuck in the shadows. I've been wondering, what does Isagi have that I don't? Even if I manage to hang on, when am I going to see the light of day? I'm grateful to you, Ego-san, for bringing me to the stage, but I don't need Ego-san's philosophy anymore. I can't help wondering, if you embrace your destiny as second best, Blue Lock can get stronger. That's why Hugo's words struck so deep. It's really interesting that Karasu says that. It's so interesting that he says that he has the same IQ, and it's like, I understand why he's saying that he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't. But in the same way of talented learners and geniuses, he does. But what's fascinating is that in the beginning, when Karasu was, you know, revealed in the third selection, he was infinitely better than Isagi. Infinitely better. Isagi had to get it from the ground up. And it's like, before I knew it, he was the striker in the spotlight. Pisses me off because I got stuck in the shadows. What does he have that I don't? The mindset. The mindset. That's what he has. Karasu, you have the physical specs that's better than him. You have it. You have it, but it's the mindset. The weapons and the IQ, sure, right? Because there's always like that gap that you can't fulfill. What's interesting is he's like, I wanted to be a striker, but there were uncomfortable gaps between my dream and the roles I got stuck filling. That's fine if you got stuck during those roles, but you have to prove yourself more with your mindset and your skills, right? He says, I'm best at manipulating the ball in the midfield and setting up balanced attacks. I'm more suited to being a midfielder, and a lot of people are like that. You know, bad guys, even when I played soccer, I was more suited to be an attacking center mid, and I played forward as well. I was a striker, right? The reason why I'm so passionate about this series is because I played soccer for a myriad of years. So to see this, it's like I was suited in the roles that I was pushed into, but when there were opportunities where I could defend really well, I pushed those opportunities. It's the ever-changing mindset that you have to have in these situations, but it's also the IQ as well. You know, Karasu's constantly pushing himself to think outside the box like Isagi, but for the sake of the team. He's not thinking of himself. Isagi's thinking of both. He's thinking of the team, but he's also thinking of himself. But it's like now where we're at in the story, he's reaching a breaking point where it's like he can't really think about both anymore. Does Isagi fall into despair of being egotistical completely in terms of just only thinking about himself? Or does he think about the team and what it takes for victory, but fails in his dream of becoming the best striker? It's like, you know, what path do we choose? The insatiable hunger that is Isagi, or the satisfying victory, World Cup winning mindset of Ego? Because Ego said he wanted to create the best striker, but he wanted to win the World Cup. You know, like that's something that he announced in the first episode in chapter 1. But Isagi's dream isn't just to win the World Cup. It is not to win the World Cup 4 times like Hugo, even though that dream is huge, ginormous, maybe bigger than Isagi's. But Isagi just wants to be the best. That's all it is. And with Karasu, that's why he fought so hard, but it's like, what separates them is the mindset. Karasu, he got it from the ground up and had to train hard. He trained a lot. But with Isagi, he suffered extremely hard and was put in uncomfortable, horrid situations that was completely and utterly stacked against him. I mean, one thing that I always like to preface, guys, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but during the NEL, right after Isagi got the last minute spotlight of the U20, right, where we got some hints of his metavision and stuff like that, throughout the NEL, Isagi's team was against him. His coach was against him. Everybody was against him. He had to work from the ground up to earn his spot. It's like, do you give up or do you constantly fight? Or do you constantly fight? You know, and like that's the difference between them. In the sense of scoring goals and having these immediate feats, now Karasu style wins. But in the long run, I'll see you guys next match. How about that? Let's see if people are saying the same thing. It made sense to me. Over here, Charmeleon. This is Blue Luck's limit with Isagi as number 1. Thanks, Karasu. So if I'm second best, I can change Blue Lock. You really are good, Tabito Karasu. I don't think this method is the complete answer, but for now, it's a choice for the future where I don't have to give up my dream of being the world's best striker. Nice change-up. Damn it. Let's go, Wandering Crow. If I can create a goal here right now, I can beat Isagi, and I'll turn it all around. Blue Lock is going to be my team. An impeccable timed forward pass, and it's going to Isagi. My secret weapon is him.
Horny, and easy to lick on. Of me, I whip on my wrist on. No degree. I whip on my wrist on with no degree. All my pockets really filled up. Wasn't nice here, cause they're really ready. Anytime I ever talk to her, I was talking shit. Better know I really meant it. I can't even with my time with a broke bitch. Nah, she gets independent. Gotta let her burn, it ain't not dependent. Yeah. Gotta let her burst, gotta let her bend on me.
The demon you can't handle. My egoism is ready to burst. Such a phenomenal chapter. We ended with Shido, man. Hey, Shido, show me some. Hey, Shido! Come on, Shido. My demon, the demon. Guys, Shido is like top 5 from one of my favorite characters. I don't want to say top 5, but like, man, I love Shido so much. Like, the amount of love I have for him is just impeccable. But it's like, something to note. Something to note, guys. I won't go back, at least panel-wise. Maybe I will at the end of the video, but not now. Something to note. It made sense to me, and it struck so deep within him because he hit an inevitable wall. Everybody hits that inevitable wall, too, right? So if I'm second best and I can change Blue Lock, I don't think this method is a complete answer, but for now. It is a choice for the future where I don't have to give up my dream of being the world's best striker. It's like you say that's the case, you know what I mean? You say that's the case, right? And you know, guys, it's fascinating because it's like he's trying to devour. I don't want to say devour, but like he's trying to take over the team from Isagi, right? And like the days of Isagi being number 1 is over. It's me now. Even I can beat Isagi, you know? And it's like that mindset it kind of reminds me of some egoism in a way. It kind of does. However, not really. The reason why I think it's different is because he's doing exactly what I think Isagi was doing in the NEL, but the only difference is Isagi, Karasu, it doesn't look like he's doing it for the sake of improving himself. He's doing it for himself, for the sake of the team. Does that make any sense, guys? Like, even though he just said that he's doing it for himself, but really, he's like, this is why this is my team. It's not like Isagi's trying to take over Blue Lock, or he's trying to, be the most confident, best number one. It's something, for me, guys, it's something entirely different. Like, it's sort of close. I'm looking at this, and by the way, I'm looking at the opening chapter. What is this first panel? This is insane. Is this his ego? I'm looking at Shido. Like, what is this? But listen, yeah, like, Karasu's mindset isn't just shrouded egoism. It sort of reminds me of like a pseudo rebellion of Ego's philosophy. And I think with this game, it's reaching that point, guys, where like after 300 chapters, we're almost going on 350. After 340 chapters, this is as far as Ego gets, in terms of philosophy. This is something I'll talk about towards the end when we get to that point. But Isagi hit that inevitable wall of the geniuses by trying to imitate them for hundreds of chapters, and then realized his original ego, that's when he unlocked the white hair and was able to rival, if not best, Reen. But the thing is, and really best the whole New Egoist, become the New Egoist League, or become the New Egoist, best the New Egoist League is what I'm going to say. But with this game, this is as far as Ego gets, right, in terms of philosophy. So, aside from just the Civil War that we got last video, maybe it'll be ongoing into the England match. This is insane, by the way. What is this? What is this cover? What is this? Oh my gosh! Chapter 342, Recapture. Karasu's main weapon, Shido? Trying to blast out this goal load. Shido-chan is finally here. I played him in the New Egoist League, so I know how he and Karasu made a killer duo. We gotta score before Higo gets here, by my analysis. No matter when or where, Shido's strong and fearsome enough to be exactly who he is. To put it positively, he's a genius at expressing himself. But to put it negatively, he's indiscriminately releasing energy to the extent that he ends up influencing those around him. That's why appearing with Shido means being changed or opposing him. That the only communication possible. Here's a demon to test your ego against. I see. Now that I think back, I never managed to have a chemical reaction with Shido. Is it because I adapt to opponents too much? No. It must be because I devour them to score goals. Keeps an effective distance from whoever he's working with, approaching and moving away as needed to either accept or reject their methods. He's an independent player with a strong sense of balance. That's why I was saying he's in a way, he's too wild. You know what I mean? It's not even like he has a mindset where like he only thinks about himself, but he lives so much in the moment that it's hard to really form a sort of chemical reaction to him. It's not like you get him to work with you or you manipulate the field so that way he bends to your will. It's like, no, you manipulate the field or you create opportunities so that way he works with you. Or no, you work with him. That's what I meant to say. He's the boss, you know what I mean? And like, he's one of those types of like freedom types, I believe. If you guys remember from the New Egoist League, I might pull up those types later. His special mindset that can resist Shido's influence is exactly what our team needs right now. Making sense of Shido's powerful drives and imagination to work with him is something only I can pull off, since I'm more cool-headed than others. Though, it ain't like I love that part of me. Damn, he's cutting behind us. Beat Isagi. Having Shido's my pawn will bring out my regiment change. Now smash it in. A piece of cake. Oh, I know your bad news. How was your master after all? No way, he got up. It isn't the speed demon, Loki no Choke. What? Loki's... Oh my gosh, Loki, get away, man. He's just... Guys, this is... Guys, this is so... it's unfair, man. He's got the god speed. He's just a genius who happened to be born fast. I mean, nah. We saw him training. It's like he works hard, but like, dude, what is this? It's like he's oh man, maybe I need to pay attention a little bit more to the pitch on where he is in the field, but it's like, I just don't see him. I saw Baro in them in the or like in the far back past all the other players, but I didn't see Loki at all. But it's still just a 50-50 dead heat. Whoever touches it first is the winner. Dude, the fact that Shido's still taking the shot is crazy. But the thing is, he takes the shot, it's a 50-50, and it's going down! Oh my god, no way! Is that the... It's him! I told you, I saw him in the back. I was paying attention to the pitch. He was there! Devouring the light, man. Come on, man! You couldn't give it to Shido, man? Ah! Come on! Oh my gosh! That is crazy!
I'm a fly soldier, I'm a fly true. I'm a king high, I'm a king low. We on X2. Come for next two. Come outside, yeah, with a gun, and we get your shoot. Pop outside, send a parachute. I'm a god compared to you. With little ass shrimp, I'm a barracuda. It's embarrassing comparison. I can barely stand, I can barely sit. When you pop outside, when they get scary. When you kill bird lies, then they get scary. Holding up a weight on your shoulder, you can't carry. When we got you 6 feet, cause we get your berry. Everybody doing the same shit.
It's you, Cellar Explosion Freak. Huh? You're replacing Isagi as Blue Lock's new king. Tomorrow? Hunted Shido. Shohei Madu with a super goal! Come on! Come on! Come on! Ah! Come on! Borrow! Dude, Loki got dunked on! But I don't think... But the thing is, I don't think Loki expected that. You know what I find interesting, guys? And I'm gonna go back to the panel here real quick. You notice how with this widespread right here, aside from the phenomenal art, right? It shows the lion crushing the crow, like just devouring it, right? Not even like devouring the demon, but it's like devouring the crow. That being Karasu's, newfound kind of like philosophy for now is to be devoured, to be the second best here. And then Bado takes the shot here, right? Look at this, man. His shots, man. It's just, and even Isagi's commenting here, Bado has hunted Shido. We get the celebration. That's so clean. Bado, look, man. Hey, wow. What's interesting about this, man, I wish Shido got that goal, man. I really wish Shido got that. But I'm not mad that Bado got the goal here. I gotta calm down. We got to be analytical here. Let me calm down. That was crazy, though. It was crazy. But again, it's like the team now is being siphoned, circled around Karasu here, right? And the thing, oh man. Nah, actually, I'm speechless. No, wait. Let me say my thoughts really. Let's go. Stealing a pass to Ryusei Shido, he fires off a blistering shot to tie the game. Shorei Bado has thrown down the counterattack gauntlet. He gave up on me. It's useless. And switched to trying to devour Shido, since the hottest part of the field is around Karasu. As the two jokers devour each other. That was sick, but I'm still pissed, Hyena-kun. If you don't like it, then bite back, Cell Exploder. And the one who tamed them both.
Scary, holding up a weight on your shoulder, you can't carry. When we got you 6 feet, cause we get your berry. Everybody doing the same shit. Every time I fuck up something else, I make the lane switch. Every time I do something for myself, I make the payments. Every time I do something for myself, no shit get dangerous. I can tell you normal life ain't coming, cause shit get dangerous. I can smell you bullshit over here like a working fragrance. Why this stuff is there? Cause they know I'm famous. We don't play fair. We play on flagrants.
Good, keep it up. This is my turn in the spotlight. Is this team stronger than when I was number 1? Losing my place here. Blue Lock's falling into Karasu's hands. Loki, Hugo, over here. If you lose here, do you really think you can win the World Cup? Loki just can't score a suitable goal. Shut up. Hugo's passes just suck. I'm changing our formations. We're making bolder passes. Show off your gifts. Yes, coach. No need to tell me. Roger. Vivian Hugo knows that being born in the same era and the same country and meeting Julian Loki was a part of his destiny. Man, at least Shido admired, that's one thing I always appreciate about Shido is the fact that he admires, like, no matter who, proves who they are through their goals, you know what I mean? To prove their existence and explosion, right? But again, we get more of the coach, right? We get more of France's coach here. And, guys, one thing that kind of, like, really takes me far here is how they're joking around. How I said that they're not taking it seriously, and this is how I felt for a bit of a minute now, and I do believe to a degree they are trying. And it's like the coach even says, like, if you lose here, do you really think you can win the World Cup? And they're like, nah, I sure don't. It's just like Loki just can't score a suitable goal. He's making fun of him, and they're making fun of each other as if they're best friends. And I like how funny they're acting. Show off your gifts. Your gifts that was God's gifts to you. You know what I mean? Show off a little bit of who you guys really are. And then the chapter sort of ends with a bit of a narration here. Vivian Hugo knows that being born in the same era and the same country and meeting Julian Loki was a part of his destiny. Was a part of it. And it's so to me, guys, it's so fascinating trying to break down the philosophy of suitable destiny for them. We actually are going to get a backstory. 2 years ago, we're going to get a backstory of Loki. What did I say? It says Hugo. The chapter's called Vivian Hugo. So we're getting a backstory. What did I say? I don't even got to say it now at this point. You already know. Is there some fear here? I did talk about potential fear. Is there some fear here? Yes, there is. Especially Visagi and the idea that the team isn't centering around him anymore. But that's really where I feel like Isagi thrives in. That nature of not being number one. But if his goal is to be number one, how is that going to work? Is his goal to be number one and to stay number one? Or is his goal to look like he's number two, to be the jester, and then when the number one's there, he takes it for the timing. He takes it for the taking and devours that that number one. He's always been that type of guy, at least in my opinion. But now we're getting Hugo and Loki here. Wow, oh my gosh, man. I'm guessing this is the French team U18 training arena. Dude, what? So, man, they're on the U20 level. Right, in terms of like their own respective country, right? Wow, man. And to think that they're this formidable, and to think that it's just what's crazy to me, guys, is that we have the strongest, right, which is Noel Noah, but then we have the person that's the closest threat to Noel Noah being a Loki, but since he's so young, he's in the same bracket as like Isagi in them. When I always am complaining, like, where did he come from? Why is he so fast? He's so good for how young he is. He's a prodigy. It's like his gifts were, his God's given gifts. He was destined to win, destined to be the best. Destiny, suitable theory, destiny, whatever. And it's like, oh my gosh, here we go. 2 years ago, French Team U18 Training Arena, Chapter 343, Vivian Hugo. If you were to slip behind their defense at a speed of 20 miles per hour, then with a pass speed of at least 27 feet per second, if you go like this and this, do you understand? It's freaking impossible. No way, man. Do you always think this hard about soccer while playing? Is this calculation or intuition? You're nuts, Hugo. Huh? Isn't this normal for anyone? No way, you soccer freak. You're out there, man. You run through it again. Oh, you don't get it. Vivian Hugo is destined. He's seeking for what would make him suitable to win the World Cup 4 times. First, an environment, a coach, a team, a trustworthy relationship where I can thrive as second best finally. I just need a world-class striker. Noel Noah is almost 30. Even if we won the World Cup for France, We can only do it once or twice. I need a new number one. Vivian Hugo proceeds undaunted. He still needs to refine the people he needs to achieve his dream. No, you're a half second too slow. You can't become the world's best like that. Do you understand? I ain't your tool, got it? I don't give a shit about your ideas. I'm the striker here, you arrogant, manipulative bastard. Sorry I overestimated you. You're a disposable middle-grade striker who's more suitable for being around 130th in the world. When Hugo learns, the creatures known as strikers are absolute egoists. You're just a lack of talent, that's all. Hey coach, can we change out all these people? Vivian Hugo encounters an unknown life form. A new player is advancing from a lower level to join this team. This is Julian Loki. Please excuse my actions earlier. While I'm alive, I'm going to win the World Cup a few times, so please leave it if you can't keep up. Let's have fun. Who is this guy? The arrogance, the gallantry, the absurdity. This organism is born number one. The world sure is cruel. The talentless can never beat the talented, but our free society brutally spurs them on to try anyway. That's the harsh rule of the world. Yeah. At the end of the day, the talent and talentless can never understand each other. They bring up a really, really, really good point. Like, guys, all I want to do is win the World Cup 4 times, though. What? That's so fire. I bet you're dead serious about that, huh? Huh? Yeah, big time. I've never met anyone with a dream that's adorably tyrannical like mine. Loki's moving back, and Hugo's going forward. Sorry to interrupt, right? But they, like, this again, guys. Man, like, they bring up, like, they bring up the answer to the absurdity of Blue Lock. They like, guys, remember when Blue Lock first came out, and all the people were reacting in such very open-ended type of, in ways, and there was some optimism, but then there was also some pessimism too. There were people mocking the series, saying it's a mockery of soccer, it's a mockery of the sport. It makes no sense. This type of stuff would never fly. The France team is the answer, or not the answer, but the critique of this series. Because we can sit up here and talk about the self, the philosophy, the dreams, the hopes, the despair, the imaginative, the ego types. We can talk about it all. But Julian Loki and Vivian Hugo, the France ideology, it is a direct, again, counter, like what I've always been saying, to the dreams and hopes of the talentless. They are extremely, extremely talented. We see them training. I'm not going to sit up here and act like they've never trained ever. I'm not going to say that. But they were given God-given gifts, God-given abilities. You know what I mean? So in a way, they are let's face it, they are the Isagi and Rin of France. Okay? If Rin is Loki, Isagi is Hugo. Hugo's Isagi. It's like they are them, but in a way, they're better, with better gifts. So my thing is, and they feel like in their God's given right, they're destined to win, to be the best. And they bring up a very good point. The world sure is cruel. This is real. This is real within the series. This is real within the narrative, but especially this is real within real life. If Look's philosophies can be applied to real life, so can this. In fact, I think this is more brutal than ever, more brutally true than ever. The talentless can never beat the talented. In the world of real life, in the world of life, that's true. To a degree. But our free society brutally spurs them on to try anyway. That's the harsh rule of the world. That can be applied to anything and everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, the talented and the talentless can never understand each other. They can, but for the most part, no, they never will. But I think what's interesting is that, like, do you encourage humanity or a species or whatever? Because in this manga, we're talking about organisms. But it's like, do you influence and encourage humanity to push forward even if it's not suitable to them? Or do you constantly keep them with where they're at because they're destined to be like that forever, and that's what's going to keep them... You know what I mean? It's the existential questions that's being challenged and asked here. So I ask you guys. I challenge you guys. I'm curious for you guys here on this question. One question. Not, I mean, I could say two here. Run away, because you can't run away. Where do we go? Do we go left? Do we go right? Or do we go in the middle? Do we forge our own path? Do we combine the utterable suitable destiny theory with the egoism? What do we do? Like, what is the correct path? That I ask you guys. What do you guys think? Are we doing that, Hugo? Cross breeze. Both wings are closing in on the middle. What the hell is this unique playstyle? Dude, like, all of them have auras. It's just so, dude, it's insane. They're all beasts, but they all work together because they, oh my gosh. This is destiny, man, of their team. This is crazy. Beep. Shortcut found. Loophole dribble. What? The other pass courses were decoys. He's going on his own. Nah, there's still a pass coming. Keep your eyes on the wings. All we gotta do is crush the guy calling the shots. It's destined. Preparations complete. Loki's from behind. Shit. Is that what they were after? They got us clustered here in the midfield, so these two could strike from behind? Zoom. Warp synchronicity. Dude, these guys are beasts! They're insane! Like, they both are in the flow right now. But guys, now they're trying. Now they're trying. Like, they're showing off a bit. And, like, you see the gear eyes with, like, the lightning speed? Oh, my gosh. Both of their flows. This is like Isagi and Rin later. They're both, like, locked in so hard right now. Oh, my gosh. Guys, listen. Imagine a future, right, where true flow Isagi with the white hair, destroyer mode Rin, like, systematically working together, but also against each other too. Like, I want you guys to imagine that possibility. Imagine that, because I'm not saying it's gonna be unstoppable, but what I'm saying is like it's gonna be something, is really all I'm gonna say. Like, that's, I don't know where it could go. It could mess up, but it's gonna be something. No, I can just make it. I need to just tackle him, even if it means getting a foul. Huh, he's speeding up without looking at the pass. Running at 23 miles per hour with a backspin pass at 28 feet per second. That's the suitability to be the world's best. Even Hugo knows the combination of the talent with Julian Loki's is the sort of rarity that comes in once every 50 years. A pinpoint pass to a spot nobody could reach, even if they saw it. As Loki runs in tandem at his maximum speed with a joint finisher, the best and second best. I know what they're doing, but still, I can't stop them. Yes! Oh my god, he's Predator Eye! It's over! It's over! Oh my gosh! Oh my god, it's a widespread! No! You can't do anything! Like, Aiku! No! 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 No, no. My heart is pounding out of my damn chest, guys. Oh my gosh! Predator Godspeed with like the gear Metavision, I'm assuming. Oh my gosh, it's over. It like, what do we, this is talent to the utmost maximum. Like to the like at its most highest, hottest degree. Gosh.
I don't get that Mr. Tiffany. Alien tape. Oh, that's why I'm missing my home. I see that's why I'm tipping. Doing that zipping on egg, carol, dudes. Only 10 bands that I know how to act. Which one do I work at? The better the cat. Yes, I can eat everything. I've been stressed. Yeah, I don't forget to react. I just put just trying to get reaction. I don't really listen. They told me it's too much better, but I kinda got a track. No touch me, bitch. I be in 3rd Street, working outside with no pants, son. Yeah, I like to all of this shit. Yeah, you still on the PS1. Yeah, back in the diamond, they hit it in the middle of the night. Many bitches in VS1. I got my pussy, I told him we did it. I told him it's up, yeah, it's done. I'm loaded in and stacking my riches and fucking these bitches, not asking who won me.
This is the pure violence of talent, thus Vivian Hugo's dreams. Of changing soccer history and creating a legend. Good. He's just copying Shino Celebration. Now that was clean, though. That was clean. Even Isagi's just looking like he's admiring how amazing that was. How spectacular that was. True talent at its utmost maximum, at its utmost hottest, at its most violent degree, man. Oh my gosh. What do we... My thing is, guys, is like, wow. This is my favorite chapter in the video. Like, this is my favorite chapter in the video, guys. This, I think there's gonna be points where they weren't even looking at each other. Like, that's so insane, man. They weren't even looking at each other, guys. Like, they weren't even looking at each other. They did. You know what's crazy, guys? They did everything that the Blue Lockers learned in the new Egos League in the span of one chapter. The originality, the semi, if not downright egoism, but like the raw, pure talent and, maximum performance, X maximum performance. Like they did everything in one chapter. All they did was shift the gear up one time. They entered the flow one time. Wow, man. I really, guys, I really want to go over like the whole chapter. Vivian Hugo 343. This is one of my favorite chapters. Like, I'm being serious, guys. This is one of my favorites because it really answers everybody's critique. Or it gives a mascot of sort of a vehicle to people who have had an enormous critique on the ego philosophy, or really just Blue Lock as a whole. This acts as a vehicle for them. It acts as an antithesis to obviously ego's philosophy in the most rawest form. Like, I love this chapter so much because it truly challenges us so hard mentally as the reader, guys, because of how much we've been following ego, is this truly the right path? Is this real? Like, I know I keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, guys. I keep saying it, but like, I really need you guys to understand like how monumental this match is in terms of narrative, and what I will say, I know I said in the beginning of the video that I'd go over my critiques about this match and stuff like that, and we'll go over that like at the end, the manga or the series. But I more or less want to go over some certain panels, right, when he first meets Loki, which I think Loki's introduction is so cool, man. Like, Loki at this point in the series, he's so young. Like, he's just like Isagi. He's the same age as Isagi. Aren't they the same age, guys? They're the same age. But yet the gap is so huge in terms of talent. It's insane. Like, wow, man. Look at this, guys. So you guys see my mouse here. This organism is born number 1. The world is cruel. I read this earlier when I was talking to you guys about how the talentless will never be able to understand the talented, and that they'll never beat, the talentless will never beat the talented. But society brews people into thinking that all I want to do is win the World Cup 4 times to beat the world record. And Hugo finds it funny. It's almost as if he's saying it in a very egotistical way, kind of in a way. It's like it's like egoism, but not really. That's so fire. Like, it's so cool, actually. I bet you're actually serious about that. Like, he's just joking. He's like, no, I'm serious big time. I've never met anyone with a dream as, in a way, adorably egotistical, right? Or tyrannical as mine. And I think with Loki wanting to be the world's best, he found somebody like Hugo to act as a support, right, for his dream. And in a way, I think what's interesting, guys, and something I really want to say as we sort of scroll down here, is that I did say that Hugo and Loki just remind me of Isagi and Rin in a different universe where they worked together and they were actually friends, like, and it's like, for me personally, guys, where are they gonna go, guys? Like, because let's think about this. Where is Isagi and Rin gonna go when they eventually have to face off against Spain? Isn't Bunny in this? Like, you know what I mean? and Sai and Nagi are gonna be in the team. Like are they gonna be like as close? Are they not gonna be? But guys, it's these sequence of panels here. Just when Kunigami was like, we need to lock them down. Look at Hugo's veins here, man. This guy is not weak either. He looks bigger than Kunigami here too. He's like, it's destined. Reparation's complete. They already analyzed what type of play they're going to do, and they're going to do it just like that. They're going to do it just like that. Nobody's going to stop them. So these two could strike from behind. Look at the gears flying off of Hugo here into the lightning warp speed here. Their synchronization is so, their tempo is such on a high pace that nobody could keep up. Nobody can. Even Aiku said, there's literally no way I can keep up with this guy. I have to at least foul him. And it's like, even if he's getting a foul, but he's like, wait, he's speeding up without even looking at the pass. So even he can't predict, in a way, Aiku can't see what he's going to do, even as a defender. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And as the ball's still flying down, we see Hugo still making the calculations. Perfect speed, perfect way that the ball's falling, and the amount of miles, at least, that he's running. So like I said earlier, speed. This combination of talent and Julian Loki is the sort of rarity that comes in once every 50 years. And just when Gagamaru, he's shook. He doesn't know what he's going to do. A pinpoint pass that nobody could reach even if they saw it. As Loki runs in tandem, his maximum speed at a joint finisher. The best and second best. I know what they're doing, but I still can't stop them. And he's like, even when he's trying to block the shot, it's just too fast. It's too fast, and it's like, boom. The same guy who stopped Kaiser's impact, you know what I mean? Kaiser impact back during the NEL, one of the fastest shots. A changing of soccer history. And Isagi's like just blown away. Oh man. And that's one of the things I've always appreciated, at least about Isagi, is that he is in admiration of his opponents when they enthrall the world. Because Isagi's just in here for the love of the game, much like Shido in a way too. Nah, I gotta admit, but Loki's celebration is hard though. Like, we finally got a goal from him, finally, right? But now let me not be like that. You know what I'm saying? He finally got. Dude, seeing him, but it's like he wanted this to stir it up, you know what I mean? To stir up the pot and kind of just be like, I took down Blue Lock, and he's the only one that can do it. This celebration is crazy. And then he hits the, oh my gosh! Chapter 344, Rebel. Goal! France retakes the lead with a golazo. We're witnessing a supernatural phenomenon. Divine sprinter Julian Loki. All right, Loki, you got your celebration. You know, he hits the Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It was clean. I'm not hating. That was actually really cool. That was sick. That was cool. He shows everyone like, you know, second best. I'm here, right, guys? I'm after Noah. Like, you know what I mean? This ain't nothing to me. I'm crushing Japan here, right? Are you kidding me? How are we supposed to stop that? It must be a bug. He's a human cheat code. We finally caught up, and he slapped us away in an instant. What the hell is with those two? Are we fighting against freaking aliens? Time for a change.
Oh, that's what you like when I'm not around. Yeah, eating on pussy, yeah, when I'm out of town. Yeah, I do condone as long as I get the diploma.
Shake things up, Itoya Toya. Okay, I'll hit him with my aura. Toya is swapping in. Ego-san's intent is clear. Toya and Karasu have tons of combo patterns, which means he's signaling the team to switch these Karasu-centric attacks. Everyone here understands that we're on the track to lose if we keep this up. So even in our defense suffers a bit, our only shot at victory is to double down on defense. But that also means he doesn't expect me to score any points. No, it's not just me. It's Reem too. Right now, both of us are excluded from the Karasu system to turn this around. Damn it, this is totally Karasu's team now. What can Rin and I do? I haven't been able to do shit. Ego-san abandoned me. I'm not number one. Loki and Hugo are on a whole nother level. I can't see a way to win. But even though things are so dire, why am I still so damn excited? Am I so freaked out that I'm going crazy? No. I've felt this way since the start of the second half. Ever since I realized how incredible Hugo is. Oh my gosh. Stop. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't run away. You don't run away, man. What is a chapter called, man? What was a chapter called, guys? What was it called? What was it called, man? I don't even think they're gonna win, but it doesn't matter. It just... My blood has been boiling. My mind is racing. I felt this excitement lots of times before. It's the feeling of finding someone who I want to defeat. Whoa, is that it? Whenever I done something that surpassed my abilities, it was when there was a clear number one I wanted to surpass. But after the new Egos League, when I ended up as number one, I've been fighting to keep that title. Of course that's unsuitable. My talents and mindset aren't suited for being number one. And we ended up being in this mess because I was trying to force myself anyway. Hugo's theory is 99% correct. But for that last 1%, you guys misunderstood my suitability, my ego. Don't waver, Blue Lock. Live for your own goals until the end. What gets me fired up? Wait a minute. You know what? That actually makes sense. Wait a minute. That does make sense. Wait a minute. Guys! Wait! What did I say? Left, right, we go in the middle. We forge a new path. Stop! What? You gotta read! You guys gotta read! I said this. I said, if it's not this path, and if it's not that, it's something new. It's something new. Think about it. Of course that's unsuitable for me to try to keep my title. You know? And even then, he's just number one in Blue Lock, not number one in the world. So what title is there to really uphold, if not to keep? My talents and mindset aren't suited for being number one. And it ended up being in this mess because I was trying to force myself anyway. Hugo's theory is 99% correct. But for that last 1%, he understood my suitability. He misunderstood. This is making me tingly. Don't miss it, Karasu. Right back at you, Extraordinary. So you're the crux. If we crush you, we win. Sorry, but I'm just an after image. Go on, Shadow Clone. Slipping through you, baby. For real. Watch out for our cross. Pass it. Come on. Here it comes. No. Shoot. Oh my gosh. He's gonna go for a shot. Oh! Oh my god! I just scrolled down. No way! Come on! Oh my gosh! No way, dude! Oh my gosh!
I do condone as long as I get the diploma. Lean look black, mixing up walk with the ring. Hey, clap on me over, sight, nigga I flame. On my way, see I faded that look. Matala, I put in my head. Whip up on my hammer, that's
It's so fast. Seems you're Tibito Karasu's axillary shadow striker. You're a pain, but I can see you. I can stop you. Nice one. Second ball crap. Hugo's coming back. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the thing is, Karasu and Otoya tried to be the Loki and Hugo of the team, but since they're not that good, even talent-wise, the talentless will never understand the talented. Even still, Karasu always refers to himself as average. So it's like, they are even telling us in our faces that no matter even if they follow the system, it won't matter because they're not that talented enough. This is why the utterable suitable destiny theory doesn't align with, or it won't work with Blue Lock. It can align with them, but it won't work because everybody's talents are different, and it won't end up bridging the gap that they need in order to surpass the number one and number two here, that being France here, right? So, no way, guys. Are you kidding me? No! I saw that! No way! No! He's back! He's back!
After all, this ego is what taught us.
This was destined, consultant bastard. Yuichi Isagi. I'm not number one, and I'm not just gonna be second best either.
俺はストライカーだ
I can only shine when I'm devouring the best. I'm a rebel. Utter suitability. That's insane! That's insane! White Isagi's been doing White Harry Isagi! White Harry Isagi! No, no, no. No! Koa, get over here! Guys, look, he made a special appearance! Come here! You guys remember him? Only OGs remember him. Come here, jump! Jump, boy, jump! Look at him! He's here! Look at him, guys. You guys see him? My mic's kind of covering his face. Guys, what do you think, Koa? It's insane, right? Guys, what do you guys have me reading? What is this? Isagi's back! I mean, White Harry Isagi's back, really. I'm not even saying he's back fully, because he obviously might not be. But that's the third path. That's the key. That's the way. That's the way, guys. That's the way. It's not just like, guys, it's not just Eagle's philosophy, but it's something more than that. It's something more. You know? It's something more. Oh my gosh. Look! He's actually back. Oh my gosh. Let's dissect this because, like, I really want to dissect this. He doesn't expect me to score any points. So it's not just me, but it's Reen too. Right now, both of us are excluded from Karasu's system to turn this around. They're not shining enough. They can't do it. It's like, what this game is essentially kind of telling us right now for where we're at its absolute climax, because we're running out of time, is that the talentless will never understand the talented, right? And I think what's fascinating, you know, with this is that Rin and Isagi are talented, like they are. But are they as talented as Loki and Hugo? They have the potential, but we'll see. This is totally Karasu's team now. What can Rin and I do? We haven't been able to do shit. Has Ego finally abandoned me? I'm not number one. I can't see a way to win. Loki and Hugo are on a whole nother level. But even though things are so dire, why am I still so damn excited? That is the feeling that you can't let go, you know. And like, this is the difference. Like, guys, this is the difference between Isagi and Karasu here. This is the difference, you know. Like, even though Karasu has gotten more monumental plays than like more points on the board and overall was more useful during this game, I think what's fascinating about this is that the story has told us a myriad of times that Karasu and Itoya and Bado and Shido and like their type of play style, it won't last long. It got them results, guys. It got them results. It did. And I will never not credit them for that. Alright? I will always recognize that within this game. But the reality is, the moment Ego subbed on Itoya to help Karasu even more, Loki shut it down. Because it's like, now they realize that the team is around Karasu, so it's over. They're not talented enough. So, remember how I said back in the locker room that this playstyle, the reproducibility of it isn't high? I said wait until England, they're going to shut it down. Loki and Hugo are so good, they shut it down before the match even ended. You know? Wow. You know? And it's like with Isagi here, why am I so damn excited? Am I so freaked out that I'm going crazy? I felt this way ever since the second half. This is stuff that I talked about in the new Egos League, guys. If you guys go back to my videos, go back. I've talked about this. Look at all of these moments here. Look at my mouse here as you know, we go from Kira to Nico to Nagi to Reen. My blood has been boiling and my mind has been racing. I felt this excitement before with the beginning of the new Gen 11, you know, the NEL, that being Kaiser, Michael Kaiser, to now Vivian Hugo here. The feeling of finding someone who I want to defeat. This is why I think that Hugo's dream, his ego is bigger than Isagi's, but I think the reason why Isagi is always kind of clawing and itching himself into this type of position where it looks like he has a bigger ego, like he's constantly to us as the reader, it looks like that. You know what I mean? It looks like Isagi has a bigger ego than Hugo, even though Hugo's ego is bigger than Isagi's right now. The reason why to us as the reader it looks like Isagi's is bigger is because his goal is ever changing. It's ever kind of constantly clawing at who's in front of him. You know, like it's not staying complacent in one place. Because when you're number one, you know, you're number one. You know, that fire can still be there or it can die out. The thing with Isagi, though, is that he's never been that type of person. We'll continue. Whenever I've done something that surpassed my abilities, it was when there was a clear number one that I wanted to surpass. All four brilliant moments that I remember so fondly. I always have talked about it. I've always talked about this. And after the New Eagles League, when I ended up as number one, I've been fighting to keep that title. His mindset changed, so he started playing worse. And then he laughs at it because it's funny. Even with Isagi losing here, he's not the same Isagi from the first and second selection. He's not so easily to be despaired now, even if they do lose, which is something I admire about him. A lot of people I've seen always say that Isagi needs to lose because it's going to help him develop, when it's like, lose and win, guess what? He still develops regardless. That's what I think is ironic about, you know, some of the egoists like Rin and Isagi. Both of them, really. Of course, that's unsuitable for me. My talents and my mindset aren't suited for being number one, and we ended up in this mess because I was trying to force myself anyway. Hugo's theory is 99% correct, and a lot of people say, like, oh, Isagi's relying on that 1%. But for that last 1%, my ego is what gets me fired up. It's not relying on the 1% of luck. It is, but in a way it isn't. It's the perspective mindset. It's the mindset perspective, my bad, that each of them have. Because as Hugo, he argues that Blue Lock relies off of the 1%, that being Isagi's minds, or playstyle, sorry, that causes them to win off that. Well, as of Isagi, he believes the 1% is his ego. He believes that the 1% is him devouring the best, not just relying on the luck. It's devouring the best. Isagi, in a way, in my opinion, doesn't even see it as luck, you know? At least that's what I'm getting from here. And then finally, I just want to go over the final panel here, you know what I mean? We look at this, guys. I actually got genuine goosebumps seeing this. This is oh my gosh. We haven't seen. Look, do I think they're gonna win? I don't know. I really don't think so. But this to me, guys, is just FC Barch all over again. Take it how it is, guys. FC Barch all over again. Doesn't matter if they win. It obviously matters, but like, it doesn't matter if they win. Blue Lock still has a lot to learn, and this was the first time their philosophy was really hard countered and dismantled. So they have a lot to ponder and think upon. This isn't really just development for Isagi; it's development for Blue Lock as a whole, as the team, the characters. And it kind of reminds me of like Nagi, where like his whole philosophy of trying versus not trying, to him now finally being fired up. It's the fire. It's not necessarily just living for the sake of your own goals. It's having the insatiable fire to fight for your survival, to fight for who you are as a person. It isn't just goals, even though that's the point of a striker, obviously. It is goals. But it's more or less staying true to who you are. If Bara wasn't who he was, he wouldn't be scoring these goals in the first place. You dismantle his mindset and take that and just push him into this utter suitability type of, type of stance perspective, he won't grow. And it's the same with like Shido and Rin and Bachida and Chigiri and all these other characters I had talked about. Isagi really just unlocked. That's crazy, man. Wow. And this chapter is called True Ending. I'm scared, man. Guys, I'm scared, man. Isagi has the ball now. But his mindset has changed now. Isagi doesn't think of himself as number one in the field. As long as he thinks of destroying the best person, I don't want to say destroying, that's Rin, but devouring the best, that he'll play at his utmost maximum, you know, and really all that matters here isn't just Block winning, it's about Isagi beating Hugo here. And I know to you guys might look at me like, whoa, we're supposed to win here. Remember Isagi's true ego? I wanted to win. Look, guys, I remember that. So it's like, well, all time, what are you saying? Let me explain real quick. Yes, Isagi's true ego was wanting to win. Absolutely. But like what I said before, maybe there's something more. I said two things. Remember that. I said two things. Hold me to that. One, Isagi might have a truer and deeper ego beyond just wanting to win. But then also two paths. Utter suitable destiny and egoism. You know, yourself, fighting for who you are. What's the middle path? This is the path. Like the two things that I talked about. This is the path that Isagi has to take. Same thing with Rin and all these other characters. So those are the two things I had said. So now when we get into this, I just want Isagi to beat Hugo. I don't even care if they win. And I know to most people, it's like, whoa, guys, whoa, what are you saying all the time? See, now this is where we get to have a conversation, which we can talk about at the end of the video and in the comments, and especially in the premiere. There's going to be two sides. One where it's like, Japan has to win so they can qualify. Like, they have to win. But and there's going to be another side where it's like, I want my favorite character to be the best. You see what I'm talking about? So it's like we're unironically fighting amongst each other, having this civil war, having this discussion because of the France game. Because we've hit that wall, guys, where, you know, where we got to find a new path. Chapter 345, True Ending. Yuichi Isagi, his expression changed. I can sense an immeasurable swell of concentration from him. And wait, how did he manage to intercept the ball just now? Did he determine our attack wouldn't work and try to get the second ball? In any case, he's too far to shoot. Will he dribble it up himself? Or will he try to make for a forward pass to one of the three on the front line? He won't do either. He won't shoot or whatever. He'll try to beat him. But see, and like, that is the most egoism-filled play. I'm calling it, guys. I'm calling it. Isagi is going to try to beat Hugo in the most selfish way possible. And I'm not saying it's going to sell them the game, but what I'm saying is like, that's the first step. That's the first step to this new path, is to beat Hugo, even if it's in this one moment, you know what I mean? Bring it on, Yuichi Isagi. Which destiny will you choose? To the side. Isagi? Come on, fellow second best. They're cooperating now. Is he for real? Is he planning to join the Karasu-centric system? Huh, the Demon King came down to me. Guess you can be cute when you want. Let's go extraordinary second best. 1-2 pass. Hold on, what's going on? An ad-lib, a defense. Watch out, they're trying to charge up the center. Isagi, he decided coordinating with me wasn't working, so he switched over to cross you. How dare you try to cut me? Rin, there's 2 minutes. No, Rin. Oh my gosh. Wait. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This is similar to the U20 match. The destroyer mode. Rin, calm down. But at the same time, we need this. We need it. We need both of them. We need both of them. I don't even care, man. I don't even care. Do something crazy. Do something crazy, guys. Do something crazy. Get up there, guys. It's our last chance to score. Only 2 minutes to the added time left on the clock. Can Francis King run out the clock? Or will Blue Lock Japan challengers catch up? I've been waiting for this, Yuichi Isagi. You chose your destiny to become the team's dedicated second best. Do you understand now why I've tried so hard to guide you and the Japanese team to your true suitability? My dream is to win the World Cup 4 times. To that end, France needs to fight against strong rivals to keep leveling up. In other words, we need the world's soccer players to follow their destinies.
Is that Isagi Yuichi? Is he that interesting? Physique, personality, talent. These things determine your basic abilities the moment you're born into this world. His adaptation is inconsistent. Hey, destiny comes down to your suitability.
You're almost to the good ones. Do me a favor, genius, and shut it!
You passed, Japan. Now let's reach our true ending in a showdown between teams of perfect suitability. But guys, that's what I was saying. Look at this panel. This is crazy. Everyone's going all out. But this is my point. Hugo, didn't I say that? In the last video, I said that Hugo wants Japan to follow his philosophy because he's trying to destroy them. He's trying to destroy them. So Hugo's philosophy isn't the way either. But you know, Eagle's philosophy isn't the way either too, because they're losing. So what is the way? Japan losing only will prove me right. That their way definitively isn't the way. But their chance standing up against Blue Ox Japan following the philosophy of them and scoring the 2 points, but then not being able to take advantage of it because Hugo and Loki shutting them down, because of the backstory of how talentless and talented people will never be able to understand each other, and Loki shut down Otoya's block, so that was proof to us that it wouldn't have worked and they would have lost. But Isagi forged a new way at the last minute. Granted, it still wasn't enough though. So that's what I'm saying. So this constant strife back and forth between the two is like, well, they need to find and create a new way. Okay. Incredible. Just by Isagi concording equally with Karasu, Blue Lock is entering a new dimension. Here comes Extraordinary. Switching over now? The goal is 28 yards away. I can shoot. Is this a chance to make the same shot as before? It's not gonna work. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna work. So then Isagi's plan is to intercept this and challenge Hugo. This is the only way. It's the only way. No, it's an even better chance. I can pass to Shido or Baro. There are so many possibilities. Karasu created this optimal situation. Now choose. My best option is, don't think about it. I'll crush Baro. Okay, I'll take Shido. Right. You have more options, but in the end, you're nothing but an uncoordinated, egotistical rabble. If we keep you from making individual goals, you're utterly screwed. No way. With Loki, Hugo, and Charles' individual abilities, just one snap judgment was enough to coordinate to shut us down? Are these guys on what level? All I can do is shoot. No, they're not ready for a shot like before, so my course is too narrow. Shit, I took too long to decide. Game over. This is what I was saying. There's no... The reproducibility. They can't even score another one. They can't do it. They can't do it. And realistically, Baro scoring that goal because of Karasu's centered system and Hyor getting that pass following Hugo's philosophy was just... They caught them off guard. And it worked. And it showed that Hugo's philosophy is like, oh, it's right, it's right, it's right. And now... they have them trapped, and there's nothing they can do. If they follow this philosophy of Karasu, it fell flat in the same match. It fell flat in the same match, guys. In the same match. In the same match. Hiyori, pass it, you major sadist. Isagi-kun? Dude, Reen's about to come on it. Yo, this game is at its climax. This game is at its climax. I can't. And no one say why it is. Yo, guys. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Don't run away. We can't. The new path. We need a new path. We need a new path. We need a new path, man. This is the new path. We need a new path. But, like, do I think this is the new path? I think Isagi is on the cusp of discovering the new path. But I still don't think it's enough. Like, it's not enough. This is gonna, like, even if Isagi misses, man, and we know Reen's coming. Both of them are going to shoot, or, like, I don't understand, but they're going to probably still miss because, like, it's still not enough. And I'll explain why. But it still won't be enough. Here we go. I'm locked in at this point, guys. There's just nothing to say. Chapter 346, Full Bet, Part 1. Huh? Loser. for real extraordinary? If I'm just gonna get crushed by Loki, then take it, egoist. Nice one, buddy. Shit, that perfect pass opened up a shot course. Ushisagi's coming. You used everything, huh? Even joining Tabito Karasu's system was just to outwit everyone here and score your own goal. Or is it that you're gonna make a pass for your own team and lead them to an unimaginable goal as second best? Show me, Isagi, that you've chosen a suitable destiny. Oh my god, there's a wise red. No! No! Isagi, what are you gonna do? I don't know, guys, I'm scared. I don't know. I'm not gonna run away. This is insane. This is like, guys, we're at the peak. 2 minutes. We're at the peak. Isagi's going to choose to beat him. I'm calling it. He's gonna beat him. Beat him. Beat him. Beat him. Even if it's just a moment. I don't care. Even if, guys, I'm getting dizzy. I'm gonna throw up. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh! Are you going to make a pass for your team or lead them to an unimaginable goal as second best? Show me, Isagi, that you've chosen a suitable destiny. Dude, come on, show me. Show me. Dude, let's see that. Oh my god. After all this! It's neither of those, dumbass. Huh? What I wanted was to crush you in a battle of luck. Huh? He's turning around now. What is he thinking? Could it be? No, there's no question. He managed to set it up. The same reverse shot he made against Nigeria. Didn't you say that Blue Lock has made it this far on my 1% luck? He got me. From that position, oh my goddamn god. Wait a minute, guys. Okay, wait, guys. My points earlier were a little scatterfruit. But now I feel like I actually have something. I have it now. I finally have the missing piece that I was trying to describe. When I said earlier that Isagi keeps relying on the 1% luck, it's not that he's relying on the luck. It's not that luck has anything to do with suitable destiny or talent. Luck is simply choices and opportunities that align with that can align with you. It's a matter of whether or not you're willing to take it. Telling somebody that they're relying on luck is like saying, just like how they describe it in the manga, realistically or not. It's like what Ego said a long time ago. If a bird shit on you, is that luck? No. It's just because you were there when it fell on top of you. Similar to soccer, you align yourself with certain abilities, possibilities, and take advantage of them if you can. If you can see it and take advantage of them, one could say that you're lucky or that you're manipulating the luck. All you're doing is taking the steps needed to forge a path forward for yourself. That is essentially what egoism, and luck actually is. Egoism is the self, and luck is the possibilities in or future opportunities that you can take for yourself, with yourself, right? That being the ego, to forge a path forward. There's nothing like relying on that is like, that's not what that is. What Isagi is doing is he's making a full bet on himself. This isn't necessarily like him being egotistical and trying to actually best him. Yes, it kind of is. But it's more like Isagi making a full bet on himself. He's making a full bet on the idea that I am not just going to score whatever, but I'm going to beat you because it's who I am. This is me. I'm making a full bet on myself, on me. Does this make any sense, guys? Am I making any sense? If not, I'll explain it a little bit later. But that's where I'm at right now. And Hugo entertaining this, when he said okay, it's because Hugo, it is my opinion, he got a little frustrated at that. A little frustrated in the idea that someone is trying so hard to refute his philosophy or sort of his perspective. He's frustrated about that. And in a way, he's entranced now. Hugo entranced Isagi, and Isagi entranced Hugo. What a powerful rivalry, man. Wow. Chapter 346, Full Bet, Part 2. I don't know if you'll trap and shoot right or left. It's a perfect 50-50 gamble duel. You keep talking about suitable destiny, but luck has nothing to do with suitability or talent. I'm making a full bet on my ego and destiny as the guy who devours the best, and right now, that's you. Yikes. This is Yuichi Isagi? He's nuts. Okay, I respect that rebellious spirit. I accept your duel of luck. If I wait until he traps it to react to it, I'll be too late. Tricks and cleverness won't work now. Right or left. It's a total.
Move it! We're almost to the good parts!
Destiny comes down to your suitability.
Do me a favor, genius, and shut it! Screw the revenge shit! Screw the rival shit!
Gamble of destiny. Left. I was wrong. Win, Hugo. Bow to my luck. My destiny. Lost? You thought you could escape, Isagi? You don't get to leave me behind. Huh? Rin? I'll obliterate you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? What? Hugo was wrong. He was wrong. And Rin is here. At the same time. Oh my god. Shut it, you freak. This is my goal. What is this manga? I can't. What do you guys have me reading, bro? What is this? What? I'm about to have a heart. I haven't screamed this much since NEL. Since NEL. Listen. There are so many things that is happening and is about to happen, and I need to say this because, like, my thoughts have been all over the place, and I'm freaking out right now, and I really need you guys to listen to me. Like, I really need you guys to listen to me real quick. Rin is not wrong for taking this shot, right? Because he's trying to score a goal for himself. He's the embodiment, because he's Blue Ox #1. He's the embodiment of Ego's philosophy. Yes! And they have the talent. Yes! And Isagi gambling on that luck, saying Isagi relies on the 1% luck. It's not that he heavily relies on it. It's him betting. It's him always betting on himself. Rin embodies Ego's philosophy, to the utmost. We always thought Isagi did, but I think throughout the series, since we're getting introduced to these new concepts, right, when it comes to this narrative, Isagi's evolving faster than Ego is, right? In the sense of, I think no longer, with even Isagi saying that Jinpachi Ego, like, your soccer isn't enough for me anymore. I think Isagi's evolved beyond Ego. Well, as of Rin, he embodies Ego's philosophy to its maximum, and we know that Ego's philosophy isn't enough. Like, it's not enough whatsoever, right? And the thing is what's fascinating, and it's something I really want to talk about, before we kind of get into, like, the final climax of it, because it's really important that we talk about this, right? It's really important that we preface and talk about this, right? You keep talking about suitable destiny, and you keep talking about suitable destiny, but luck has nothing to do with suitability and or talent. Saying that you're relying on the luck, Isagi is saying, I'm making a full bet on my ego and my destiny, and the guy who devours the best right now, that's you, right? Isagi isn't always relying on the luck. He's relying on himself. It's just that the luck is advantageous to him, so he takes it. I think when Hugo says, and I want to flip it around here real quick, this is the biggest point that I kept fucking up this whole recording, and now I'm finally saying, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I've been making no sense up until now, but this is what I'm trying to say. Hugo telling Isagi that you've been relying on the 1% luck. The reason why I think it's wrong, and it's disingenuous to Isagi's journey, and it's disingenuous to what he thinks luck is, because Hugo thinks that luck is essentially just like a statistical number that is just, it happens, right? But the thing is with Isagi is that he doesn't view luck like that, and if anything, luck has nothing to do with suitability. Luck is essentially an opportunity that you take for yourself that has to do with who you are as a person, right? If I'm full of who I am, you know, and if I'm full of who I am, or if I'm on the cusp of trying to discover who I am, then I have ego with me, or I'm trying to discover my ego. And if luck aligns with that, and that constantly always happens, you telling me that I'm always relying on that luck, that 1%, it's a very disingenuous take to my journey, or to me as a person, because it's, in a way, for one perspective, it looks true, but from another person's perspective, it's not true. Two things can be true at once. This is where this match gets really goddamn crazy. Not just feat-wise, but narrative-wise. Two things can be true at once. Isagi besting Hugo here, but them missing still, if they miss, which I think they might, two things can be true at once. And if Blue Lock loses, that doesn't mean that Isagi was wrong. You guys get what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that he was wrong. That just means that they're weak. And they need to grow stronger. Hugo gambled. The thing is, you know, one could probably argue, like, why did Hugo take that bet? You know, if he's all about suitability and stuff like that. But you forget that this guy's human. He feels emotions, guys. Of course he's going to take that gamble. It's the embodiment. Like, Isagi is challenging Hugo's philosophy so hard until the last 2 minutes. Of course he's going to take that gamble. He's going to try to crush him completely. He even tried talk no jutsu, you guys remember? He tried talk no jutsuing Isagi, getting into his head mentally that this is the right way, when really he was trying to destroy the team. He was trying to destroy Blue Lock to make them a really good second best team, so that way they can further make France better. He wasn't trying to help them. No, he wasn't. He wasn't trying to help them. And the fact that the Blue Lockers, like Karasu and them, think that's the case is ridiculous, because they've been shut down for the half of the game. They made progress in the front, and I will always be grateful for that, and that's stats on the board. But that doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter. Now. It mattered a couple of chapters ago. It doesn't matter now, because the reproducibility of it's flatlined. It's gone. It's gone, guys. It's done. So two things can be true at once. Isagi does rely on the luck, but to say it like that is very disingenuous to his journey into the idea of what luck actually is. If Isagi embodies, you know, if Isagi besting Hugo was his win, Blue Lock's loss will be Ego's philosophy, you know? So Ego's philosophy right now is only getting them so far, and Hugo's philosophy only got them so far too. Remember, two things can be true at once. World's second best. Number 2, utterable suitability. I'm fighting for myself and relying on the luck, and you constantly rely on luck too much. Remember, guys, two things can be true at once. What a brilliant game. Like, narratively. Whatever happens, I'm not mad. I'm okay. We just can't run away. Right? This is insane. I can't even. No words. Here we go.
Only 10 bands, I know how that dance. Bitch, why do I work at the better than cat? Yes, I can eat everything, I've been stressed. Yeah, I don't forget to react. I just put just trying to get reaction. I don't really listen. They told me it's too much better, but I can't go with track. Gotta go touch a bitch. Yeah, I be in third street, working outside with no pants. Son, yeah, I like to all of this shit. Yeah, you still on the PS1. Yeah, back in the diamond, they hit it in the middle of the night, man, they bitches in VS1. I got my TV outside and we did it, that's how them it's up, yeah, it's done. I'm looking at it, stacking my riches and fucking these bitches, not asking who won. Yeah, I don't care if you wanna fuck with it, rock with it, yeah, you're not the one. Bitch, keep it messed up, you talking too much, you trapping a gun.
watering. I'm sweating right now. Oh my god, they missed. But it shows that Ego's philosophy isn't enough. This is all that, like, guys, this is all that this shows me. Blue Locks hit it. They hit that wall, man. It's over. Just in terms of the philosophy of fighting for your own goals and stuff like that. What do we do now, guys? We can't run away. What do we do? Bye-bye, Blue Lock. Shit. I drew Hugo into a battle of luck, and I beat him in a one-on-one. And yet, Reen showed up at the last second. It messed up my shot impact. If Reen hadn't been there, it would have been my goal. If Reen hadn't been there. Huh? But according to that philosophy, Reen was correct in trying to score a goal. But if that ends up being why we lose, then Ego-san's theory... Exactly. What did I say? What the hell did I didn't read this yet. They lost. Damn. Damn! I mean... brilliant goddamn game. Brilliant goddamn game. Damn. Oh my gosh. There it is.
Like many bitches in VS1. I got my pussy, I told him we did it, I told him it's up, yeah, it's done. I'm gonna did it, stacking my riches and fucking.
In other words, from the moment they're born,
yeah, if you wanna fuck with it, rock with it, yeah, you're not the one.
people aren't equal. Destiny.
Whenever you could test them, put them together in this club and I'm pressing 180, I can't wait. Nah, we don't play about you could test them.
And Blue Lock itself failed.
When you sucking dick and taking Tesla, too deep, where they got next to the best of this. When they kid, they won't hurt them. Had a funny that she won't convert them. Hundreds on hundreds, yeah. Hundreds on hundreds.
Comes down to your suitability.
Louis and Loki broke past 6 players in a mega counter. He scored a 4th point for Francis Kings. I don't believe it. And now, that was a pitless game. Endless whistle, surpassing all of Blue Lock's strikers. Is there anyone closer to being the world's best striker than Loki the Prodigy? With a score of 2-4, Japan versus France. Blue Lock Japan has lost. Boring. Glad that's over. Because the popular Blue Lock wasn't that all cracked up to be. Well, I guess I got a little tingy. Yeah, a team full of strikers. They refuted their own philosophy and failed. A group of egoists whose destiny is to never reach the World Cup, and are more suitable to the scattered to the winds with an objective unfulfilled. So long, Blue Lock. You are cogs in my destiny, and we won't meet again. So long, my ass.
Nothing matters except being the best in the world!
My luck obliterated your precious theory, and you know it. It wasn't just Blue Lock that failed. Your suitable destiny theory is full of shit too. But you think you talk about humanity's legends? We're winning the World Cup 4 times? Huh. Don't run away from your destiny. You lost to me, you second best bastard. U20 World Cup Group League Match 3. Japan versus France. France wins 2-4. Real pain. Until next time, egoist. Clap it up, man. That was a brilliant game, man. That final penalty, Isagi, come on, you still like that? Come on. That's what, and he doesn't despair, man. He still looks cool even when he loses, man. Even when he still loses. That's why it was called Don't Run Away. That's why it was called Don't Run Away. Don't run away from your destiny. Wow. Like, you guys gotta connect the strings. Kanashiro, man, you bastard, man. You bastard. He's a good author, man. Like when you really connect things, guys, and really look back, everything aligns and makes sense. I love it. I have not seen an author like this in like a minute, man. I really love the direction of this series and like where it goes, because it's so unpredictable. But I think what's interesting is that we have a lot to talk about, right? But the first thing I want to preface, the very first thing I want to preface, is that Isagi has a point, and let me explain. I've seen a video. I'm not going to say from who, but I want to address this very quickly before I go into my theories. If you guys know who this creator is or where the video comes from, that's fine. I'm not going to say any names, and I don't mean this out of malice intent, but I really gotta talk about this. So there was a video that I saw, and basically the creator said something like, imagine if a player, you're dominating and destroying a player, and he bests you in one play, and at the end he talks trash. He was saying that Isagi looks corny, right? And I was like, okay, sure. When you apply that to real world standards, yeah, I actually kind of agree with you, sure. Like, I actually do agree with you. Too bad we're not talking about that, and I don't really give a fuck. That's not what matters. What matters is the narrative of Blue Lock, if any of you guys have been paying attention. So anyways, what's important here is when Isagi says don't run away, it was Isagi not running away from his destiny of losing, not his destiny of his philosophy being destroyed. What's interesting is that the destiny of Hugo losing, because think about it, Hugo lost and Blue Lock lost. Isagi did not lose, okay? And again, what's interesting about that is people have always wanted Isagi to lose. He didn't lose. That's the funny thing. The team lost. He didn't lose. Isagi found a way to beat him at the last second, which is insane, by the way. That shows actually how talented he is. But let me explain for all the people who don't understand here. My Luck obliterated your precious theory, and you know it. It wasn't just Blue Lock that failed. Your suitable destiny theory is full of shit too. That's another thing. We all know that mindset is stupid as hell. Even like down to like Baro devouring like Karasu, you know what I mean? Remember when he devoured Karasu, and then you remember like early in the match when Hugo talked about how lions can't fly and then Baro flew? It's like that little stuff I see Kanashiro talk about. But like the idea that I've already talked about this in the first video, so go back on why I obviously don't agree with Hugo. But now with the match ending, I totally don't agree with him. Because if Isagi, who lost the game, but beat him in terms of his suitable destiny theory, imagine Nova's team. Hugo's team doesn't stand a chance. That's the funny part, guys. You guys understand this? Like, really think about this. If they won, but Isagi managed to destroy his theory and prove that his theory can be destroyed by a 1% luck chance. If you want to look at it from that disingenuous perspective, from Hugo's perspective, because remember I said two things can be true at once, then what chance does he have against Noah? Because I promise you, Noah's not going to be relying on that 1%. He's going to be relying on that 100%, okay, of luck, which means his talent, you know? So that's why I'm like, and Hugo knows it too, that's the thing. And that's why in the final panel, because these panelings are really, really important, Hugo says, until next time. Until next time. You know, like, because he knows that there's going to be a next time, and it's no longer going to be a 1% anymore. You know what I mean? So that's what I find interesting, is that like this whole match, man. Man, Hugo, hey, you won me over. I remember we were speculating about your character, you know, a couple months back, and now with this game over, you're awesome, man. Hey, I like you, man. You're tough. You're awesome. You really are awesome. You really are something. And you know, with Isagi's parallel here, I wanna bring this up real quick, guys. Just give me a minute. His dreams are more grandiose than mine. He's sharper than I am. Do you still hate the idea of being the second best? His ego is even bigger than mine. This showed that the suitable destiny theory looked true. Up until... bam. right? You guys like that switch there? My luck obliterated your precious theory. And you know it. It wasn't just Blue Luck that failed. Remember, two things can be true at once. The number 2 has been very prevalent in this game. Pay attention. Your suitable destiny theory is full of shit too. But you talk about humanity's legends, or winning the World Cup 4 times, huh? Don't run away from your destiny. You lost to me, you second-rate bastard. So guys, what did this prove? Blue Luck's destiny was failure. And Ego's philosophy, this only aids more into the god of soccer, right? Because the god of soccer was talked about before this match. That Ego's like, I've taught you guys all I know. This is it. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Remember what I said when Isagi like stroked that, or like he stoked that pose where he was like looking like this, and he was like, give me more, like after the new Ego Sling. He surpassed Ego a long time ago. A long time ago, guys. A long time ago. In terms of mindset and insatiable hunger. And I think what's interesting is that in that last moment where Hugo smiled, he entranced him. He did. He and I'm telling you guys, from the next point onwards, Hugo's going to be thinking about this. And he's going to be really like, damn. It's going to be stuck in his mind up until he faces Isagi again. You know? So, this was a brilliant way to write Isagi and really just all of Blue Lock losing. This wasn't just Isagi's loss. This was Blue Lock's loss as a whole. Yes, Isagi did lose. But technically, Isagi didn't lose. What's funny is that he doesn't even, until next chapter, or until the chapters onwards, when we see him heavily despairing. Guys, for all like the people who wanted Isagi to lose so much, well, sorry to break it to you guys, but he's not broken. He's not despairing. You guys must have gotten first in selection Isagi mixed up. Because this isn't the same guy anymore. He realized what type of person he was with that white hair, and he was like, yeah, wait a minute. You know, like, I'm not second best, I'm not number 1. I'm a devourer of the world's number 1. And people can be like, that's still second place. It's like, whatever, man. Like, whatever fits your guys' agendas. You know, ever since this chapter, I've been seeing agendas and people making meme posts and not talking about the narrative. And it's really sad because, like, you know, this match was pretty good. It was really, really good, right? And something I want to say, because I finally want to talk about it before we start to go into, like, even more theories, is my criticisms about Blue Lock. I've talked about this many times in terms of, like, I wish Kaneshiro utilized more characters, especially, like, Shido and stuff. We get to see more of his backstory. You know, Sai, but I'm granted, you know, he's being talked and hyped up, so it's not really much of a critique there, the underutilization of certain characters. But then also, 2, it's the biggest thing for this match. The one thing I don't like about this match is really the pacing. I feel like the pacing after the Neo Egos League is way too damn fast, but I know a lot of people hate the idea of sitting in a match for a year straight. I get it, guys. I get it. You know, but this match was really damn fast. You guys, you know, and I've been seeing some comments about that too, about how the Nigerian, this match, it's fast as hell. I'm not mad at it. And it's like, you know, if there's going to be a club arc before the World Cup and stuff like that, like, guys, you know, so the Blue Lock ain't ending anytime soon. But guys, please, before I go into my theories and overall talks about the video, please spread this, okay? Spread this to the idiots who don't understand, or to the people who just genuinely don't understand and they're not being idiotic about it. The main point of this match wasn't just the fear of not running away, but again, 2 things can be true at once. The world's second best, utterable suitable destiny theory, and Blue Lock's failure. All 4, I just listed 4 things, and all of them were true at the same time. Think, guys, think. And what did Hugo do? You know, in a very, I guess, like, ironic way, Hugo ran away. Like, he did. I mean, the match ended, so he had no choice but to leave. But He ran away, and he's probably going to choose to still believe in that philosophy, and that's why he's going to end up losing, and he's not going to win the World Cup 4 times. That's what's going to happen. Why do I know this? Look, come here, guys. Come here. Come here. Come here real quick. I'm going to put my hand on your guys' shoulder, all of you guys. Whenever you guys share this to anybody or whatever, when I say this, not to be egotistical or anything, right? But when have I ever been wrong? Think about it. When have I ever been wrong? You wanna know why I've never been wrong? Because I read the damn series. None of my theories have been wrong. Well, no. Actually, no. Not a single one. Not a single one. I was wrong about them losing. I was wrong about it. I was right about them losing. I was right about Hugo being devoured. You know, except in a way, it became a luck battle, which I thought was really cool. You know, so yeah, the luck battle. Hugo saying that Isagi is relying on the luck is, and again, that's another thing. That's the fifth thing that's true. Two things true at once. Hugo saying he always relies on luck, which Isagi does, but then also luck isn't just what you think it is. Luck isn't just being lucky. Luck isn't just like that's like saying Hugo always relies on the suitable destiny theory to win. Are we serious, guys? Are we really gonna go down this rabbit hole of stupidity? Two things can be true at once, guys. Two things can be true at once. I listed 5 things that can be true at once. So anyways, I heard some other theories, you know, personal theory about how we might get cut to side B. So I'm excited about that. I really want to go check up on Nagi, see where he's at. Or if we just go straight into England or whatever, or a little bit of a break, you know, but this is going to be astronomically insane. Like, just in terms of narrative, where the Blue Locker is going to go. Where are we going to go now? Because France won. Hugo lost. Blue Lock lost. Isagi won. He didn't despair. That's the funny thing. So many people want Isagi to despair so badly, as if he hasn't despaired the entire series. Like any other character has, you know. But yeah, this only kind of aids into my theories, right? So, hey guys, lock it in, because I'm never wrong, right? I guess I'm not. But listen, guys. So, 2 things. Another symbolism that I just, hey guys, two things. Isagi and Blue Lock has to find a path forward. They do. Or Isagi has to find a new path forward for his ego. But also 2, Blue Lock has to find a new path forward. 2 things. 2 things, guys. 2. Two's a big prevalent thing now. So that's another thing that can be, you know, is 2 things true at once. You know? So Kurasu's center team was working, but then it got shut down utterly in the second half. Like, you know what's funny? The first half of the game, Kurasu's team formation was working, and Isagi was useless, so was Rin. Then the second half, Rin, Isagi, and the other team center was useful, and Karasu and them was not useful anymore, which shows how fast and horrid that philosophy is. And if you don't have the talent for it, why the hell would you ever follow that philosophy? Like, if I don't have the talent to be a midfielder, why the hell would I try to do that? Just because it made the team score 1 goal or evened up the score. If the other team locks onto that strategy and we start losing, it's like, what the hell do we do now? Isagi created a path, you know, but he did it in the most, you know, Isagi way possible, and it's something Ego couldn't even call himself. It's something he couldn't even foresee himself, and it's like, a lot of people I've even seen are mad at Rin, and it's like, I'm not mad at Rin. I'm not. I know people are gonna be like, "What's your reaction on Rin?" I'm not mad at it because I understood why he did that. It was he followed the philosophy of it. He did. Whether people say that he was still attached to Isagi, so like, what's the point of his training? Or 2, which I could understand. I can get behind that sort of. But then also 2, it's like, well, what if he just wanted to score for himself? Which, yeah, Yeah, he probably did. And it ended up with them losing. So, again, Isagi was an antithesis on Hugo's philosophy and managed to best him, but he's not talented enough. And Reen is the antithesis of Ego's philosophy, and well, you get it, guys? He wasn't talented enough, so they lost. Pay attention, guys. I got all this in one, guys. So, pacing-wise, it's not my favorite match, but narrative-wise, this is my favorite match in the entire series. No question, no contest. No contest is my favorite match in the series. Hot take. If you guys want my actual, favorite match, pacing, narrative, whatever, it's Bastard Mutant versus PXG. Duh. But this is number 2, if not number 1. I mean, it'd be funny if this match is number 2, right? But still, yeah, it's not even a question. It pisses me off that Loki's cocky ass keeps winning. It does. It really does piss me off. But it makes sense. It does. And I'm mad. But we'll come for you, man. It shows... To me, guys, this also kind of shows how far or how long the series is going to be. This is all that this shows me. It really does. This is all that it shows. It's a testament to, again, we have a lot more to go. So there's still a lot more to understand. And Isagi's truest ego could come, his God of Soccer form or whatever. There's still, that whole God of Soccer thing. I still have a lot to say on that too for what's to come as well. But man, we need Nagi. We do need Nagi. We need Nagi. We need Sai. And really, I'm excited to see Kira as well. I know it's crazy to say, but I'm excited to see what Kira adds to the narrative, how he tends to spice things up, especially with his mindset, because his mindset is with Hugo's. It is. And with Nagi's, I would say not really. I wonder what his sort of mindset or philosophy is going to be, but we're going to be exposed to a hungry Nagi. A person who is fighting for their life to prove their existence to the world, like all these Blue Lockers have always been doing. But what's interesting is that they made it far, guys, but it only got them so far. So what do we do now? Blue Lock was defeated, utterly crushed, annihilated. But that doesn't mean they should despair. They shouldn't run away. Hugo was bested and he's running away now. So that doesn't mean Isagi's better than Hugo. That's not what I'm saying. So for all the people who are getting mad at me, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Isagi's better than Hugo. He's not. But Isagi philosophically destroyed him in every possible way. Annihilated him. Blew away his theory. Crumpled it up like a piece of paper and threw it in the trash. Not even the recycle bin. You know what I'm saying? And Hugo's just going to laugh it off and say, I'll see you next time. And it's well... Carry that mindset into Germany. See where that gets you. Carry it into Spain. See where it gets you. Truly, I want to see Hugo's team against Spain. I want to see it against Bunny Iglesias. I want to see it. Put your money where your mouth is, Hugo. Let's see where the suitable destiny gets you. Because if Isagi bested you in the last 2 minutes, what is Bunny Iglesias? What is Noel Noah gonna do to you? Remember, guys, I got the Omni Vision. I'm telling you, man, I got that shit on, right? Sorry for my language, but I got that on. I'm constantly looking at the future, so what is this going to mean for the Blue Lockers and Isagi and Reen, mainly those two, really. And what is this gonna? What's gonna happen to Ego and all of them? I don't think the Blue Lock program is gonna get shut down, or I don't think it's gonna be anything dramatic like that. It could, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be more or less they need to change, and they need to evolve, and it's a matter of how are they going to do that? Because they're still all, in a way, they're still all forced together. They all represent a country, that being Japan. They can't just split up and leave unless they quit, which I don't think they will. It's something fundamentally, they're going to be born anew. They're going to be born anew. Or there'll always be a constant civil war that will destroy them, but still it'll be reincarnated and born into something anew. We'll see. you know. And I think the addition to Sai being on the team will only aid into a more of a philosophical challenge / debate. Same thing with Nagi, with his experiences, and even Kira. All three of them, guys, all three of them are going to really shake the narrative even more, align even more philosophies, align even more mindsets, align even more play styles, you know? So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited for the Batsura 3 because I want to see what Nagi, I want to see a hungry Nagi. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but if we're not including Isagi, because he's the main character, if we're not including Isagi, my favorite character in all of Blue Lock, after thinking about it for a long time, it's obviously Nagi. Nagi's my favorite character, right? I'm wearing white, right? You know, it's actually kind of fitting because Isagi's white hair. That's crazy. But Nagi's my favorite character, you know, and it's to see somebody with where he was and with how much hype he got from the movie to the side spin-off manga to the side one-shot to all that stuff. He's gonna come back with he's gonna come back with something, and I'm so excited. You know what's funny, guys? You guys are not gonna believe me. You guys wanna see something funny? You guys are gonna be like, no way. You guys ready? Check this out. Look at what my wallpaper is on my phone. So at the time I'm recording this, it's like 4 p.m. You guys see this wallpaper? Look at it. It's Nagi walking out at the ending of the, you know, at the ending of his manga. And what's interesting, and a lot of people think it's foreshadowing for when he comes back. I obviously think it is. I think him walking out like that, I mean, we know it's under the context of like the U20 game, but we know that's like, we know Kaneshiro, man. I know, okay, I don't want to say we. I know Kaneshiro in terms of like, what he at least possibly thinks. I can at least have a gauge on like the stuff that he puts in the story, and like some of the stuff is obvious, but some of it also is not. You have to really peel back the layers and look at like a lot of the unironic to ironic things about this series. You really gotta look at it, guys. You really gotta look at it. So I urge you guys, spread my videos. Not even just that, but spread my philosophy out there everywhere, that this match was more than what it was, okay? It's more. Think about it, okay? Should I make more videos about this? Maybe I should. Because some people still don't get it, all right? Some people still don't get it. So, yeah, but that's fine. Again, we admire story around here, and that's all we're ever going to admire and talk about. We're going to have some fun here, but that's really about it. Like, this match was amazing. What do you guys think? Like aside from some of the minor critiques, narratively, how do you guys feel? That's what I want to know. I want to know two things. Narratively, but then also objectively, like pacing, like panel structure, story, like all that stuff. So I want to know narratively what you think, but I also want to know objectively, like writing, whatever, what do you think of this match? And what do you think, where do you think Block's going to go? Am I spitting? Have I been right this whole time? I believe I have been. And I believe everything I've said in this video and in the beginning of the France game makes sense. I believe everything I've said made sense up until this point. It's up for you guys. It's up for you guys to understand, to get, right? But that's it. I love you guys. I'm probably going to add more to this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If not, then this will be the end. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Check out my other series, guys, too. I know you guys are Blue Lock fans, but check out my other manga series. I'm going to be posting other stuff, too. Spread my videos. All right? We're close to 3K. Again, as the time I'm recording this, we have 10 subscribers. We're 10 subscribers away, so be sure to subscribe. I love you guys. For real, I do. I do. To everybody in the premiere, to the people in the comments, to the people watching it way later, I don't know, months later. I love you guys too. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I want to have some philosophical conversations in the comments. I wonder how many times I said philosophy and philosophical in this video, and you know, suitable destiny and luck and everything. Anyways, man, one of my favorite matches, if not second favorite match. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys thought. Please, please, please do. Hit the bell so you guys never miss notifications by your boy. Leave comments. I'm gonna try to be more active on the YouTube community posts. Check out my TikTok too. I'm making more talking videos. So bear with me on that. Yeah, I'll try to get out there more so that way I can be more, I guess, personal with you guys. So if you guys don't use TikTok at all, that's fine. I don't really use it that much either, but drop me a follow on there because I do a lot of analysis type of posts / talking videos. I'm trying to do more of it. So, and if you guys want to see more of those videos here, like if you guys want to see 10-minute, 15-minute, 9-minute, an hour video of just me talking, analyzing, giving my opinions, let me know. Comment right now. If I do a community post, if I do a poll, I want to see you guys there. So let me know. That's it. I'm done yapping. Man, this is crazy. Crazy match, crazy everything. Man, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. This masterclass match. I love you guys. What did he say? What did he say? Until next time, you're a real pain, egoist. My luck obliterated your precious theory. Don't run away, guys, from your destiny. You lost to me. Don't run away, guys. See you guys next time in the next block video. All time. So peak. The England match is going to be insane. And I'm out.
I promise you all, I will lead Japan at the World Cup and bring it back. All of us. We want to win here and now. Not think about what's next.